an amazing question come in about an hour ago. And in fact, I want to read the question together with you. Are you ready? Let's read this together. It says, can you recommend a YouTube video about how healthy minds work and what abusive people know about healthy minds so that they are capable of breaking people's healthy minds? It makes me wonder why abuse works. Abusers abuse people because they know abuse works on people. How is this possible that abuse works on people? Why do people break under the influence of abuse? I am humbled by this question. What an amazing question. And I don't know of a video I can recommend you to, but I am going to take a shot and make a video right now. But before we get into the video, I want to say something to you. I don't necessarily believe that there's an unhealthy mind and a healthy mind in a toxic relationship. I believe that narcissistic abuse, based on my almost decade of coaching, is oftentimes the result of two unhealthy minds together, but very different in how they are unhealthy. On one hand, you have the narcissistic abusive person whose unhealthy mindset is that of power and dominance and control, and I will bully and push my way to get what I want through violence, through manipulation tactics, through whatever, to get what I want. That's the narcissistically abusive, unhealthy mindset. Then on the other side, you have the unhealthy mind of I am going to be patient and empathetic and overly giving and overly understanding and overly compassionate, and I will endure the abuse through faith and through hope and through love, and I'll take on the suffering also to get what I want. Both of them are unhealthy minds in order to try to get what they want. Now, that being said, let's assume, for the sake of this video, let's just assume that there is in fact one healthy mind in an abusive relationship that is being threatened to be broken by an abusive person who has an unhealthy mind. Let's assume that this is true. Why does it work? Why does abuse break the mind of a healthy person? Let's talk about this. My name is Kevin, and this is The Royal We. Now, before I do continue, I want to let you know that I'm here to support you. Down in the description box below this video, you'll find access for one-on-one appointments with me. I do take telephone calls as well as video calls through Zoom, FaceTime, and WhatsApp. So if you are in a toxic relationship and you feel as though your mind and your heart and your spirit is being broken, let's talk about this. Head on down there, schedule that one-on-one time with me, and we'll look at what is taking place that is causing you to feel broken. In addition to that, I do have a coaching program. My coaching program is live and in person. Now, the Royal We coaching program is centered on making this new year, 2024, about getting on your path, getting into your purpose, stepping into 2024 like never before. Boundaries in place, ready to go. By the way, if you sign up for the Royal We coaching program right now, I'm going to give you my handmade custom artwork. I made this myself. You can put it on your phone. You can put it on your iWatch. I even got it on my iWatch there, right? That way, I'm constantly reminded of what 2024 is all about and what the Royal We is truly here to do. Now, let's get into this. And I believe that you should probably pull up a chair, get comfortable, relax, because we're going to get into some deep territory here, all right? As I said before, my personal belief is that in a toxic relationship, there is no healthy mind. It's typically two very unhealthy minds. And maybe not very unhealthy, but unhealthy in the sense that one is the opposite over here, love, compassion, blah, 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 to try to get what they want. Other is controlling, dominating, whatever to get what they want. Both unhealthy mindsets. But we're going to assume that one is healthy. One is absolutely solid. And they're with a narcissistically abusive person who then breaks that mind. How? How does it happen? Why does it happen? To begin with, let's talk about the mind by itself. Even the healthiest mind. The mind by itself, knows nothing coming into this world. It's a clean slate. It's blank. It's malleable. It's programmable. This is important to understand. It's able to be conditioned. In fact, it needs to be conditioned. There is nothing in anybody's mind, period, until something is poured in through education, through teaching, through conversation, through experience. Things have to pour into the mind in order to start to form any understanding, any health, any knowledge, any wisdom, anything. It begins as being poured into it. Now, with this into consideration now, you can start to see that the health of a person's mind, even the most healthy mind, was simply built upon the foundation of just whatever it learned. I guess you could say it's subjective. Now, for example, if you take a person, a child, never show them the sky, tell them every day that the sky is pink. They're not allowed to see it. They're not allowed to talk to anybody else. The sky's pink. That's the way it is. And by the way, don't let anybody ever tell you that it's different because they'll be lying to you. It's pink. Think about this. This person grows up believing they have a healthy mind, even though they believe the sky is pink. Right? Now, what happens when they step outside one day? And they're looking at the sky around people, and they're like, wow, beautiful pink sky. People around like, dude, the sky's blue. No, it's pink. The natural thing, the natural tendency is going to be to want to protect what the mind knows, because the mind has a desire to know truth and to find stabilization. But now that stabilization is being threatened. It's being shaken by people saying the sky's blue. They're shaking the foundation. That's not an easy thing for people to go through. Anybody. It's going to break the mind. It's going to break the stability. It's going to break what they believed in. Now, the reason I'm sharing with you this analogy, if you will, is because even the most healthiest minds, even yours, even mine, were built on subjective things. We were told what love is. We were conditioned to believe what relationships are. We were conditioned and told what marriage is. And we've seen some things too. We were conditioned and told what faith is. We were conditioned to believe what blah, blah, blah. I can go on and on and on, which formed a foundation of your mind that you call healthy. And even though it's healthy, and you're looking for stability in these things that your mind has learned, now you come face to face with this narcissistic person who's different, who treats you differently, who tells you that they love you, but it looks nothing like the love that your mind has been told, has based a foundation on. What does this do? It throws you into cognitive dissonance. Again, keep in mind, that person who was told the sky is pink, first discovering that it's actually blue. It's a painful experience. The mind is now broken. It's shaken. Your mind is shooken when you are faced with that which is the opposite of what you've been told it's supposed to be. You're dealing with an abusive person in your life who's telling you this is what love is. It's okay that I treat you this way. You have to do what I say. This is what marriage is. This is what this is. Blah, 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 blah. And through cognitive dissonance, you're like, this is nothing like what love is. Why do you keep saying that? It's the same thing as you thinking the sky is pink all of your life, and now you're realizing it's blue. Uh-oh. That's what you're dealing with narcissistic abuse. I don't believe that narcissistically abusive people set out to break your mind. Yes, they want to break your spirit. What is the goal of narcissistically abusive people? Anybody? Write in the comment section down below. What do you believe the goal of a narcissistically abusive person is? It's not necessarily to break your mind. It's to control and to dominate. Narcissistically abusive people, if we can summarize them, they have an inferiority complex which causes them to act out of superiority in order to ignore their inferiority. This acting out in superiority is to dominate and to control. So the goal, if you will, the motive of a narcissistically abusive person is not to break your mind. The goal is simply to control, to be superior. You think of it as a superiority complex. After this video, I want you to understand it's an inferiority complex. All these people you see walking around in the world, macho, alpha G, it's all out of an inferiority complex that has them display this act. Okay? The broken mind that you experience is a consequence of engaging with that. Because a lot of people with inferiority complexes who will act out and try to then be superior will do damaging things because they're trying to bully, they're trying to dominate. But they'll do it while also saying that they love you. They'll do it while also saying this is normal. They'll doing it while also saying this is healthy. And it breaks your mind. Why? Because it goes against what you were brought up believing. It goes against what you thought was true. We are not very good as human beings at going against what we thought is true. In our search for truth, we grab onto things as a foundation, hoping it's true. Listen. Look at what happened to Jesus. Jesus came speaking a truth unlike anybody at that time had heard. The Pharisees and the Sadducees, and all the religious leaders were genuinely pissed. Why? Cognitive dissonance. They really were in pain. Go back and read your scriptures. When Jesus showed up, many of them were ripping their robes, splitting their robes at what they were hearing Jesus say. Really, they tore their robes. Go back and read those scriptures. Why? Because they were in agony. Why were they in so much pain? Because they were in cognitive dissonance. What the Pharisees and Sadducees had believed all their life, what they were raised, what they were told. The sky is pink. Now they're dealing with, no, you're wrong, the sky is blue. And they couldn't handle it. It broke their minds. Sending Jesus to the cross was, in a way, the Pharisees and the Sadducees, their mind was broken. Their truth, their foundation was shooken. We experience this in today's world. Some people latch onto ideas as a foundation quicker than others. Look at this whole pandemic we just went through. People are like, you need to get this vaccine because it's going to save lives, blah, blah, blah. And then you've got other people saying, is it? Are you sure? But because these people are so desperate to grab onto a truth, their foundation, their truth is that, no, the government's not going to lie to us. They want what's in our best interest. And anytime someone shows up and says, are you sure? Are you sure? It's absolutely for your best interest. So you mean to say the government has never done anything, even against its own people? You sure? They'll get mad. Why? Because it's breaking their mind. It spins them into cognitive dissonance. How dare you? You're shaking my foundation. And they believe their mind is healthy. Do you see what I'm saying? I remember when I was healing from narcissistic abuse, I started questioning all things. For a moment, it spun my mind out of control. Part of it breaking my mind sent me into this thing where I questioned everything going on in the world. There was a time where I was like, is the earth even a spinning ball or is it flat? And I experienced this as I went and I started to challenge and talk with people I know and family members. Hey, how do we know the earth is a spinning ball? Oh, they'd get mad. That's stupid, blah, blah, blah. because they were protecting their mind from being broken. No, no, no. This is what I've been told. This is what I believe. This is what it is. The sky is pink. I'm not going to allow you to break my understanding and my foundation. This is how minds get broken. So when you're up against another person who's going into some kind of a tyrannical, rageful uproar because you're presenting ideas, you'll know that you are kind of on the verge of breaking their mind, right? I want to spend a little bit of time, and this is how narcissistic abuse still breaks your mind. It's the cognitive dissonance. That's what breaks your mind. And I know this because I've had my mind broken through cognitive dissonance. And I've had to restructure everything I thought was true. And here's what I've learned, and this is what I want to share with you that's going to help you to move forward to never have your mind broken again in this way by narcissistically abusive people. The key is to, number one, have an open mind. A mind that's open is a mind that cannot be broken. I'm going to say this again. A mind that is open is a mind that cannot be broken. Your number one goal moving forward in life should be to keep an open mind, not holding on too tightly to any one idea or concept that this person or that person says about love, about life, about God, about this, about that, about faith, about blah, 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 blah. Keep an open mind. In addition to that, always look to be improving yourself. Knowledge, understanding, read different people, different authors' perspectives, talk to different people, watch different YouTube videos, gain different insights with an open mind. To me, as far as I'm concerned, the healthiest mind is going to be an open mind. An open mind cannot be a broken mind. Only a mind that has founded itself on this is truth, only that can be broken. And that's what has happened in a toxic relationship. I hope that this makes sense to you. If there are any questions about this, because I know it's a deep territory, head on down there, schedule some time with me. I would love to talk about this with you further. And I will be back, wrong screen. I'll be back with more videos for you right here on The Royal We. Now, before I do leave, I want to let you know that if you're brand new to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and hit the bell notification so that you don't miss any future videos from The Royal We. And I also encourage you to watch one of these videos by the YouTube algorithm. It's recommended for you. Hopefully it's going to be a good video. I believe it's going to be. I'll be back with more right here on The Royal We.